let's get into how the plot of the movie works.
Yeah, before we do that, I just want to say that I think this is where the theme goes with our connection to the one that we just recorded.
Yeah, if you listen to the last episode, blink twice.
Yeah, so or maybe this is the first one we upload. We don't know. Maybe
check that one out. They go in.
Yeah, but we did
these in a batch.
Yeah, we record is that it's kind of like this is new for somebody. Yeah, so Zoe Kravitz that's her first time.
Couple debut. Well, yeah,
and then we've got like you said, there's a lot more creators that are coming out from places that aren't normal. The normal place you expect, YouTube and stuff like that. So that's a very interesting thing. But I think that's happening and it's becoming more common. And we're seeing a lot more of that. I think Jordan Peele is like one of the first that's like, yo, you're that guy from the funny thing. Like,
yeah, well, and I really do think it's like partially a Peele thing. Like Peele being able to make Get Out on like such a small budget and coming from this unexpected place. And so then suddenly like but I also think that part of the effect is like these other people who have like watched him do this. He was like one of the biggest sketch performers. I mean, Key and Peele was like a huge show.
Yeah.
That like Keegan-Michael Key and him were in like Toy Story 4, they like had a huge moment.
Yeah.
And suddenly seeing him show up and be like, hey, so I have this idea. I think it really inspired some of these guys like Zach Kreger, like Curry Barker, whoever, to step out and say like, I think I've got a great idea. I think I can do this too.
Yeah. 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 So let's get into it.
So, this movie is about, we sort of open on, this guy named Bear. I think they're in there. Are they in high school? They're in their 20s.
Yeah, they're in their 20s. I think.
Like I don't remember exactly where they're at, but Bear or Baron, everybody calls him Bear.
They're on that cusp, I think.
Yeah,
getting into adulthood.
His friend Sarah is applying for colleges.
Yeah, right? Or trying to get into somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, these four friends. It's Bear and Ian and Sarah. These are
Nikki
and Nikki. And Bear has a crush on Nikki, who is like they're this core group, and has had a crush on her for like, he says like 7 years. For 7 years, I've been like waiting.
Okay,
for her.
let me say this. There are certain, I mean, like sometimes when a person is a good actor and you dislike them, you're like, wow, they did a really good job of making a character that I did. They got emotions out of me.
Yeah.
I hated his character.
Did you?
I did not. Dude, okay. And not his, I wouldn't even say that it's to his acting ability.
No, yeah, of course.
Just who the character is, I dislike that kind of person. Because why the are you waiting 7 years? Well, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I wanna get into, like, there's a very specific part where this movie turns for me in a really genius way that I don't want to spoil yet. I want to.
Okay, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Okay.
When the movie starts, I hear this and I'm like, I don't hate him initially. I'm like, oh my God, man, you're pitiful. Like, but also like I was not that kind of kid, but like I was a dude in school who like had trouble. I had crushes on some of my best friends and like at times, and it was really hard for me to talk to them about it, And I think he is a dude that is like so weighed down by his insecurity and by his like lack of self-worth that like to like a really extreme degree.
Everybody is different, but and we all get irritated by other people who are different than us in different ways. I learned from a very young age, like as a kid, that I do not like the unknown. The unknown bothers me. And the torture of the unknown is worse than like in this case, a rejection from a girl that I like. I would not torture myself for 7 years. I have the self-respect. I have the wherewithal to just say, you know what? Let me put myself out there. And guess what? If she says no, then it just ain't it. So for me, that aspect of his character was grating on me because of my personality. Like
Yeah,
I
sure.
dislike, I dislike indecision. I dislike and sorry, I'm jumping to a point here,
No, you're
but
okay.
the point when he was dropping her off and she said, "Do you like me?" I was, and he fumbled again and didn't.
Well,
I was ready to. If I was there, I would have punched him. I was like,
this
"You
is
are
the whole
so
thing.
dumb." Okay,
There's so many points,
go ahead.
especially at the beginning of this, where you're like, "Oh, come on, man! Like you had your shot. What did you like?" I think I literally went, "Oh, come on!" You know, like I just feel like it's really grating, but I think I had a different. I felt like sort of a pitiful sympathy for him. Anyway, so here's Bear. He has a crush on Nikki. He's in this friend group. He tells his best friend Cooper, Ian, played by Cooper Tomlinson, who's like Curry Barker's best friend. He's in all of his sketches. I'm gonna tell Nikki, and Nikki's like, Ian's like, dude, do not. It's gonna ruin the dynamic. Like, he's gonna tell her at trivia night when they're all hanging out, and he's like, do not do this. It's gonna ruin the dynamic. Like, I really.
Yeah, you could tell he clearly didn't want him to do it first off, but he especially did not want him to do it at the trivia
He's
night.
like, wait for the right time. This is not the right time. Anyway, of course.
I would have told him, was like, dude, just do it now.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay, trivia night, let's just get it over with, dude. Because it's been 7 years. I'm tired of hearing about this.
Sure.
Like, that's the frustrating part for me with this character. I'm like, that's crazy to me that you can't just summon the wherewithal to just be like, hey, can I talk to you? I like you.
Yeah.
We have a great friendship. I don't want to ruin anything, but it's important to me that you know that. What do you think? Like, how do you feel about that?
For sure. Yeah.
Boom, we move on.
Understand that. Yeah.
In a real, we're talking about a movie, so
Yeah, we didn't.
Let's continue.
We wouldn't have the movie. Anyway, so then he botches it at trivia night. He does not do it at trivia night. He tries to, and then his friends show up right on time. But we meet Nikki, and she's kind of this like manic pixie dream girl character. She's gorgeous. She's played by I forgot to look up how to pronounce her name. Indy Navarrete, I think, is how I'll pronounce it. But she and she's like, she's really gorgeous. She
No, it's a cat that's outside of the room. Oh, is that amazing?
edit point.
It's like a calico. Sorry, guys.
Edit point. It's okay.
I need to take it. You keep going.
Okay, I'll keep going. Camera, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. I'm king of the couch. Oh no. And the lights are falling over. Everything's falling apart. Anyway, I'll keep doing plot. So Nikki's this manic pixie dream girl. Like, she's got this great smile, and then when they're leaving, they're talking about going to karaoke, and she like stops and like gives money to this homeless man or food or something, and he's watching her, and he's like, oh my god. Anyway, Bear offers to drive her home. And then while she's in the car, there are like these couple of instances where he has a chance. He lets it slip away. And then she goes inside. She's about to go inside, and she turns around and asks, do you like me? Like Jarvis said. And he says, no. You're like, oh my God, how could you miss that opportunity? Part of what's happened just before this is that he has gone into this like woo-woo, like, I don't know, crunchy granola shop, and has found this thing called a One Wish Willow.
Yeah, well, because there was a moment where I'm back, where she lost something, wasn't it?
She lost a necklace. She lost a necklace, a crystal necklace, and he wants to go buy one.
He wants to buy a crystal for her. That's how he gets to that.
He gets to the woo-woo shop.
Yeah, it's for her. He's trying to be.
Yeah. He's trying
endear himself to her.
It's good, yeah. That's a good move. It's a strong move, I think, to buy the crystal. And he finds this thing called the One Wish Willow, which he asks this like a very funny performance from this girl, Haley Fitzgerald, who's also a like TikTok, YouTube dance girl, who's like, he's like, does it work? And she's basically like, yeah, leave me alone. Like,
Yeah, she's
it's a
so
good like one scene performance. I like her.
but there's also an interesting moment in there that I think is important is that she mentions something about people
It
dying or
yeah, that like her friend or oh no, that people keep trying to come in and return them or have complaints about them. That they keep coming in and saying something about like their wish wasn't what they wanted it to be.
I think it's even more. I think she mentioned something about
Somebody dying or
for
something.
it
I don't remember that. Yeah.
or something. But I've only seen the movie once, so
So anyway, it's like this thing in this like old school like vintage packaging. And so after he drops her off and he says no, that he doesn't like her, he's like, crap. And so he pulls out the
well
one
he
wish
was
Willow
yeah
out of
because
her bag,
he was gonna
out of
give
his
it to her. I think
the one wish Willow?
yeah
Oh, he might have.
yeah because he was like I
that's
have
right.
something for you
Yeah.
and
then
then
he was like, no, it's stupid or whatever.
yeah when he fumbled on the do you like me, which would have you know what I mean, then he forgot that he was going to give that to her and she went away. Then she came back.
Yeah. So then he uses the idea is that you pull out this stick, you make a wish, and you break it. And so he pulls out the stick and he wishes, I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone else in the world. And he breaks the stick. And it was the first time that gave me chills. He suddenly like looks to the side and she's like standing on her porch, just like standing there. And Curry Barker does this great thing throughout the movie where he like figures out a way to obscure her in shadow, like obscure her just enough that you like can't really make out her features. And he only does this in like the tensest moments. And it's amazing how well it works.
It works so good.
The simplest trick. It scares me every time. She's just standing there. There's multiple moments he uses it throughout the movie. And you can like just see like a glint in her eyes sometimes, or like you can like your eyes are like reaching to make out her facial features. They're just there enough.
Yeah.
You're like, what's going on with her? Anyway, so then suddenly she starts acting very strange. Like she's very into him and she's like begging him to go to his house. She like gets back in the car and it's like, let's just go to your house. She like says that her dad is in the hospital with her dad has cancer or something. Her head.
I just don't want to be
on the headboard, and she's like, I just don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, and so he takes her home, and she's just acting like very.
His inability to even understand like the hints is frustrating to me.
I mean, like, I think part of it. So, like, you know, in this next section, what happens is that they're like at his house. She's like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna sleep on the couch. She like gets basically undressed down to her underwear and is like, no, I like sleep with me in the bed, bear, or whatever. And he's like, okay. And I think he plays this well of like this dude who's like, all of my dreams are coming true. Like this thing apparently works, and she's like acting strange, but like of course she would be acting strange because like I made a wish, you know, like she's gonna be acting a little weird maybe but my dreams are coming true. I don't really know what to do about this. I think he does really well in that regard. Which like, yeah, of course, there's some frustration where you're like, clearly like, that something's not right, dude. Like she seems like devoid of a personality. She's switching from like crying to being happy like on a dime. And the big moment that happens in this first set is that they are laying in the bed together. She starts kissing him, and suddenly she like pushes off of him and starts screaming and gets like freaked out.
Like what's happening?
What's happening? What
are we doing?
What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was doing. And he's like, whoa. And then suddenly she changes again and is like, I'm sorry, let's just go back to bed.
Yeah.
And
very weird.
Like he's sleeping on the floor. She lays down in the bed. It's just this really cold, strange interaction. He's like, I don't know what to make about this.
I have expected him to open his eyes and then like her head is like looking. Yeah, just looking over the bed. It's just like, but
so he addresses it the next morning and she's like, I'm really sorry. I just like, I don't know what I was thinking I just got freaked out and like, but suddenly something's really cold about her again. And from there, they start dating basically. Like that's I think that's the next.
To sum it up, yeah. They're she is basically like moved in because she's like
I
staying
you
there
the whole time. She's just staying there all the time, and yeah.
Yeah,
We
so
get the like classic like montage of them
Well-
like cooking together. Or whatever.
well, yeah. Before that, like one of the things that was really also very expressing. Dude, he's on something right
all
now.
right.
He is on something.
He's
Yeah.
got the zoomies.
So please forgive Remy for that, Full-Time Movie Fans. But where they first go together to work, and he's trying to tell his buddy, like, "Oh shoot, something weird happened."
Oh, that's right. He
And
drives
she
her
is
to work.
she's just staring at them in the background the whole time. That was that was one of the
Another great scare is they're
Great.
having this conversation in the back
not
room.
she's not moving at all, like not blinking, like she's just staring at where he is.
And they never pull focus to her. You're just watching their conversation.
Yeah.
It's shot like over the shoulders. And then every time it cuts back to Bear, in the background, you see her like her head fully. She's standing behind the counter at the music shop, and her head is fully, clearly in his direction, but it's totally blurred out. Like
Yeah.
if you're not looking for it, you wouldn't see it. It's a really confident move just to be like, I'm going to pepper that in the background.
Yeah, very good. But yes, so essentially they're dating, and then everybody is like, "This is weird." Like,
She never acted like she liked you or anything, and then suddenly she's like all over you. What's going on?
yeah, and they're going on dates, and they're like cooking and what have you. And then I think that leads to the dinner where they go out.
Does the dinner or the flower pot happen first? There's the weird thing in the bedroom with the flower pot where she like starts screaming in the middle of the night. And then or he wakes up and she's not next to him.
Yeah, she's in the corner.
And he like wakes up and he's looking around the room, and it's that great this always works on me where you've like the room is in like
I
pretty
think
normal
that's
shadow.
later, isn't it?
Is that after
Because I think the next morning he tries to address it, and he has to go to work, and she doesn't, and she's like, "Oh, I made you lunch."
You're right.
So
it's the dinner
before.
first.
Dinner first, and then that. So basically, the dinner situation is they're going to dinner, and then he starts getting. Is it a text? He gets a call from his buddy, right?
Yes.
Ian. He's like, "Yo, her dad does not have cancer. He's not in the hospital."
Yeah.
And it's clear that there's a rough history. She's not close to her dad.
They
So
keep
it's like,
mentioning,
why
she's
does
not even close to her dad? Why would she care?
yeah? Why would
hates
she?
her dad.
She doesn't. Yeah. So that's not lining up, dude. And Ian's just like, dude, there's just something. And you know, it's starting to come across as a little weird, in my opinion, from Ian. Like, dude, why do you care so much?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, your buddy likes a girl and now she likes him. Sure, it's weird, but like, you seem really invested in the fact that it's weird that you guys are now together.
Yeah, but also like I think I get the idea from them. He seems very you get like he's overstepping his bounds a little bit. Why is he so insistent? And I bought it as like he's really trying to protect his friend here and trying to hold some sort of status quo. Like without selling too much, what we find out later was not totally clear to me. I had suspected some version of it, but like there was a little bit of like, I think he's just really trying to like keep the friend group together.
I don't think that there was like, for me, I it's not like I saw that coming.
Yeah.
Is what I want to say. But what I'm saying is like, for me, I'm just like, I got enough this like, dude, your reactions are throwing red flags to me.
Yeah.
But I did not know what it was or what it meant, or that
Sure,
once
yeah.
it was revealed, I was like, oh, it makes sense now. But at first it was just, for me, I'm just like, dude, something's off about your behavior.
Yeah.
And like, because I know that it's like, okay, I spent all this time listening to this guy obsess about this girl. He tells me he wants to talk to her. He ends up driving her home. Now they're dating.
Yeah,
Why
my
wouldn't
friend's
I be-
got what he wanted?
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't I be happy for my friend? Hey man, it's weird. I don't get it, but like, congrats, I guess, man. You know,
Yeah, sure.
I'm glad things are working out. So like the fact that he was like so invested in trying to figure out why it was, or like trying to throw a wrench, that I was like, there's something off about that. I didn't know what it was, but I want to say that I was like, that's weird. But he was like, you know, the fact that he took the time to investigate, oh, her dad is like
Yeah.
not, but anyways, he gets the call. He goes around the corner. She does the weird like, where is he like
Yeah.
thing.
You see her stand up. They do another background
She
thing. It's a
yeah
little more pointed.
yeah. So it's escalating, I think, very well. And in the creepiness and the weirdness and but yeah, and then she also has another moment where he's like, he sits down and he's like, he confronts her. This is where he confronts her.
Well, it's an important confrontation. Finding out that she coaxed him into taking her home by saying my dad, it's like saying my grandma died, like, or whatever, you know, and
But-
then finding out their grandma didn't die. Like, you totally lied about something that you did not need to lie about. When I like wanted to take you home anyway, you just like justified it. You've been acting so weird and like you justified it in this weird way. I definitely was like, if he does not say anything about this is where I got like you. If he does not say anything about this, I'm going to be so frustrated. This is the weirdest shit ever. It would totally put me off.
Yeah, yeah.
And he
So
still
for
does
sure.
it. He does it.
Right, but but at the
to
same
him.
time, I was like, where was all this energy when like she asked you, "Do you like me?" and all you had to say was yes or no. Like that seems
The brakes just wore down.
that
brother.
seems a lot simpler of a thing to do than. So I was just told that you may have lied to me. Like
Yeah, well, you know,
so. Anyways,
we make our decisions.
and then she starts doing, which I saw an interview. That scene is a reference to Get Out.
Yeah. So one of the big things that happens is when she's in that scene, he confronts her and she like really makes a big scene at the restaurant, which is like, it's important to mention that Indy Navarrete's performance is just really great. It is so, it's going to be one of the big things that people talk
incredible.
about. It's going to be something that I think people are going to be annoying about come Oscar time. Because it would be cool. I mean, it'd be a cool nomination. I would be surprised if it happened, but it's one of these great like horror performances that is like, she handles these like intense switch ups, these like really big moments, but also she is scary when she's doing it. She's not just acting crazy. It's like genuinely when she goes like, no, don't do that. In
Yeah.
the middle of the restaurant, you're like, I at least was faced with this like total embarrassment, but also like whatever she was doing was so freaky that I was
Yes.
like, dude, are you okay? Like if I was in Bear's position, I'd be like, what is this? You're really freaking me out.
Yeah. And very effective.
She's so good in the
She's
movie.
so good. And also, yeah, because we all feel that, okay, a big scene is happening in a very public place. And like, we all feel like the shame and the like, oh shoot, like, you know what I mean? But yes, but that moment she said that she was channeling from Get Out, which is right there on my bookshelf right
Get
there.
Out's
Get Out.
important.
But
very important.
the moment where there's that,
I know
there
exactly
was
what moment
the
you're
fighting,
talking about.
there's that moment in Get Out where I guess she's the maid, but she's actually
maid.
the mom.
Yeah.
Or the grandma, I guess,
Yeah,
technically. And she is
It
confronted
called
in
it
the
to
bedroom.
mind immediately. She basically like pulls from that moment directly, and it's great.
Yes, because the difference
effective.
is, yeah, it's that she's like, you could tell that both actresses and the moments that they're able to convey that inner struggle tension that we're seeing is so good. And like, because with her, from Get Out, it's the tear that you see that there's a fight, and it's the tear while she's saying no. No. And with Obsession, it's a lot more loud. And it's a lot more
menacing, and like it's a lot more like it's a lot more if you feel like immediate danger, like you don't, and it's always I think the thing that she really does well in this performance is that you truly do not know what she is going to do next. Like she really feels like it feels like there is violence right behind her.
Yes.
In this way, and which comes true later, but like she conveys this. I'm like getting goosebumps thinking about it. There is like, and that's the thing that scares me most is this like innate, you feel the violence like pushing outward from her.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's such a cool performance.
Hey. You look good over there.
Look real good.
Have you thought about sharing your kindness with others?
Share the love.
Maybe like the video. Click on that subscribe button. And show your friends.
Yeah, just touch it ever so lightly, that like button. Move over to the subscribe button. Maybe tap your keyboard just a little bit. Leave a comment. Bye.
That's it.